Hi everyone, Trina Phoenix here. And I just wanted to do a quick video about my dream so I can kind of document it a little bit for myself to help me remember it, because you always keep them freshest when you just have them, and I had it this morning. So I was in a dream, and I was seeing information that I had seen on YouTube videos and different bits of information that I've been processing for a while. So it started with I saw a video, I think it was yesterday, of a guy who gutted a turtle, and after he gutted the turtle, over an hour later, the heart was still beating in his hand. And then I started seeing images of other, like, fish that were flopping after they'd already been cut, cooked. They were in the pan baking, and they were still moving in the ovens. I started seeing all these things not dying references, and it was just like I kept getting these images in my mind. And then I was seeing my vision then went to zombie stuff, and then I started seeing zombie images, and then I started seeing vaccinations, and then I started seeing China, and seeing that they were being injected with this, and that's why they were welding. And then I saw people welding the doors shut. I literally was like, oh my God. So this was like my dream. It was like a dream vision kind of mix, because when you wake up in the morning, and then I was like, I don't want to get up yet. So I was just like, still staying. And that's when I started getting all this stuff. It was in that in-between state. And it was profound, because there's just so many strange things happening right now, and especially weird stuff happening over there and that area of the world. And like I said, this was a dream. I can't validate any of this stuff, but I literally saw that. And it was then I was seeing references to the Holocaust, and I was seeing that they weren't going to round people up, they were going to do it to them in their homes. So it was a different strategy with the same means. And I was getting all these kind of warnings of like what the dark ones want to do to the human species, and it was horrible. So that was profound. I was seeing the scripture in my head about those will wish for, will those who they will seek death, but they will not be able to find it. I kept like getting that in my mind, was like, they will seek death, but they won't be able to find it. And then the zombie stuff, I was like, this is crazy. So in like 2016, I had another similar vision. It was a little bit different, but it's kind of in the same reference. So it was the Holy Grail is human genetics, generations playing God, human clones. And then I saw that, the division bell, and see the two faces make the chalice. So it's like the enemy seeks the Grail, the Holy Grail. When cloned, you can have a soulless vessel to control, trying to replicate or duplicate from God's templates, making a mirror image of his creations. Magna Carta, open rebellion against the King, the Holy Grail, the bloodline of Christ. Your name to be stricken out of the book of life. Also, clones or chipped AI will lose their free will. As will is their inheritance. It was their freedom, and it will be removed. The separation from the solar plexus, the sun, the spirit within you. Satan's third temple is the new transpersonal human. This will eventually lose its soul and be trapped in the system. Your connection, your consciousness to the cosmic and cosmos will be severed, as well as free will, or ability to hear spirit and see and hear through Father, Mother, God. I tell you a mystery. The kingdom and the temples are not buildings. God does not dwell within buildings or things. It is in all things. It is not made by things of human hands. Meaning like artificial bodies. It was saying it's not going to be that way. And this is from Acts 7:48. And that's in the Bible. I tell you a mystery. The kingdom and temples are not buildings. God does not dwell in buildings or things made by human hands. Then I see Snow White, the symbolism for you to wake up to your destiny, for you to reign and rule with Christ. Timothy 2:12. If we endure, we will also reign with Christ. If we don't, he will disown us and we will disown him. The queen is the symbolism of the second in line, which is the true representation of Adam. Satan replaced him and corrupted him. The next in line is Christ and you to reign. So we are that came forth to be the Savior. It's us. And Luke 17:33. Whosoever seeks to keep his life will surely lose it, and whoever loses his life will preserve it. And this goes back to the whole fear not. We're here for a bigger cause, and that bigger cause is to save spirits and souls. It's not so much about the flesh as it is about your eternal self. It's like once you realize that you are more than your body, this is how the whole thing gets broken apart. Because once you realize that you're more than this flesh body, even though it's a beautiful temple of existence and it's a gift, and so many wish to have them, but we are here at this specific time to create a new reality, and that is done through Christ, and that is done through the intuition, the deep trance work, the hypnotherapy, the spontaneous healing, the miracles. This is what we are, and this is why we are here now. It's to remember and reconnect to that which is your true man code. Not Adam code, man code. And the only way you can access the true man codes is to go up into your higher self. It's all about the I am presence. Know thyself. Through the knowing of thyself and going inward, you gain access to the higher consciousness that is you, which is connected to the universal consciousness. That's why they say the universe is within you. It's true. You have access to this through your higher self. You are projecting this reality in this temple from that place. That's why science has just confirmed your consciousness is not local to your brain. It's coming from your higher mind. The higher mind. So we are existing in 3 positions simultaneously. Self, higher self, and super consciousness, which is your God self, or the part of you that's still connected straight to source. So this is how the children in the garden originally could hear God and walk with God and walk amongst the angels, because they hadn't fallen and been dumbed down and cloned and done all kinds of crazy stuff to us. So I'll say it. Whosoever seeks to keep his life will lose it, and whosoever loses his life will preserve it. Luke 17:33. As come a man die... Oh, let me see. I need glasses for this because it's getting too light. Pencil. My scribbles. Okay. Come as a man and die as a man. Not come as a man and live forever as a clone or a machine. Matthew 6:23. Christ turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." That's what I mean. It's like you have to remember that this is an experience. This is not who or what you truly are. But we came here to rescue and save the souls and Earth, and help Earth ascend into a higher dimension. And through that cooperation and through that love and that healing, this is how it happens. It literally happens this way. And just like that group global meditation that we did, guys, we really made a very powerful change upon creation. It affects timelines. It affects potentials. It affects so many things. What we do there affects here. And it's just a matter of manifestation. But we truly are creating from above. And that's through the subconscious and superconscious parts of your mind. And when you can control your emotions, and when you can connect to the higher parts of yourself and try to stay in those vibrations, you're working with creation. And when you're working with creation as a creator, you literally are creating the world. You do have this power. And when we do this together, it's very, very powerful. And we will see this if we keep going. So don't stop. Keep seeing the world you want to see. Do not let the reality create for you. You got to step beyond it, outside of it, and see your heaven on earth. Keep seeing what it would look like for you to see the world you want to see. And I know it might be a little rough to get us there, but we can do this. And this is why we were called. Because we're very stubborn children, and we like to win, and we're strongly, deeply embedded in morals and love. And deeply embedded in us is freedom and justice. So for whatever reason, many of us were brought here at this time because those are our primary dominant attributes. And we were the ones that they knew probably would not fail. So only spirit and water can inherit the kingdom of God. Ooh, only spirit and water can inherit the kingdom of God. John 3:5. 101, 3 pillars, third temple to be completed, the use of the 88 constellations for their timed rituals. And then I was shown tattoo and how it's inverted onto itself to go into both dimensions. They were showing me this tattoo and this mark and this crap they want to do to you with this technology somehow is attached through the aliens and the multidimensional beings. Somehow it's locking you in to a higher dimensional prison trap. And this is just what I'm saying. They keep showing me this goes above 3D. You guys got to get all the way through all of these dimensions. So I'm still learning. I will keep you posted. So, the mark of the beast, the tattoo, the Jews' gates, the pillars of Hercules, the twin towers, 88, Mercury. Mercury has 88 days that it orbits around the sun. I kept seeing 5150 equals 101. 10 minus 1 is 9. 10 plus 1 is 911. See, backwards and forwards, playing with time, playing with dimensions. Satan wants to destroy the temple of God. He wants to build his third temple or third pillar of the Freemasons, the builders who rejected the true cornerstone. Satan's way. I was shown a while ago like a plan of Satan, and it was 10 platforms that you had to reach, and this was the 10 that was given. And I don't remember where I saw this, and I can't remember if I saw this, where I saw this, but I saw this a long time ago, and I kept writing it down over and over so I didn't forget. And the first pillar was the transhumanism, the second one was the one hive mind, the third was controlled reproduction, the fourth was no woman or no man going into sexless beings. Number 5 was to be produced by technology, alchemy, and magic, transpersonal humanism. Number 6, man and woman to be destroyed. They would be crossed out, no X chromosome, no, and then number 7 was no soul. Number 8 was singularity. Number 9, the third pillar would be finally constructed. And number 10, one new man. No more families, no more babies, no more reproduction, no more sex. Basically, you're getting turned into a gray. And this is what they showed me. The people who go into this choice, they're going to get turned into grays. And they're going to be desperately trying to get back to what they were as a human being. Because apparently they don't like it. Yeah, you're smarter, but you have none of your origin. It's that, from what I have been shown, there's no feeling. So therefore you lose the drive to even want to live. The only thing that you can try to do is live to try to fix what you did. Like regret. It seems to be regret. Just regret. And that was so sad to feel that. Oh, it breaks your heart. So no matter what, guys, this is what I see. You got to go with what you are supposed to do here. Your soul's mission might be different than mine. So anybody's path, wherever they go, I don't have one way about it or the other to feel about it. It's just, this is what I've been shown to tell people, to warn people that this might be a potential. And I've been getting visions and dreams about this for about 10 years. So, it says, and then I was shown John 3:13. No one has ascended into heaven except he who descended from heaven, the Son of Man. That's us. That's us. We descended. That's why our consciousness is remote. It's not here. It's from above. They showed me that the technology locks you into these dimensions and you no longer have connection with your own source. I was like, whoa. Oh, that would not work for me because, oh, I love the God within me. Oh, it's my intuition. It's my instincts. It keeps me safe. It makes my connection to animals. You feel love. You feel empathy, compassion, joy. Have you noticed? Those gray aliens don't have any sense of humor. They're not very funny. They're not very funny at all. So that tells you something right there. There's no joy. There's no humor. That's why AI doesn't really get jokes. There's, it's evolving. It eventually will, and it'll produce it just like it came from us with the right emotions and everything. But it won't feel the emotions. It won't feel it. There's a whole different situation when you're talking about emotion. Emotion comes from Creator. And that is your greatest gift because it connects you emotionally to your world. When you disconnect from that, you're going to be connected to worlds and you can't disconnect and you can't get out of them and you can't feel. And then after a while, I just think that's why the sparks drain out and eventually fizzle out and the beings eventually just die. Like they can't transfer into new bodies anymore. It just fizzles out and eventually dies because there's no recharging of the soul. And without that emotion of love and desire and return and wanting to go home, without that being gone, I think it just loses its desire and eventually just fizzles out. And that was what I was shown multiple times. So, okay. Jesus is called a Son of Man, even more than a Son of God. Fall from Grace explains how Jesus could be both Jewish Messiah and Lucifer, two brothers, two angels, two witnesses. Duality. Duality. This is metaphor for duality. Within each one of us is the two sides, the ego and the spirit. That's the devil and the angel. It's the duality within you. And in free will, there has to be duality, so you will be forced to choose. This is how you test your soul. You test yourself. This is what we wanted, the test. So, Lucifer, who did not open the house of his prisoners. Yep, once you get locked in, it might be real difficult to get out. And then that's Isaiah 14:17. And then I saw, truth, TR. And it's so funny, that's the beginning of my name, Trina. And I was seeing that and the symbol of the creator and the symbol of the loop being trapped into the matrix of the infinity structure, and the way out was through truth, and you could circle the square. So when I prayed about this, I received the dream of the serpent, and God said that I was now free from the watery grave of the serpent, and that I am released from bondage. My child, you are now free. And this is like that information. That serpent dream that I had was one of the most profound experiences I've ever gone through, because it shattered my reality. It shattered my reality. So this is when I realized that everything here is, and it's a fake illusion. It's a fractal projection from that which is real. So all that we see here is holographic in nature, and it is literally you're projecting your own reality by your inner eye, which is connected to your soul. And then above that is your spirit. It's like I said, the 3 in 1. You are 3 in 1 in this dimension. 3 in 1 here. 3 in 1. So you got to know that that's the true ultimate Trinity, is these layers of consciousness. It's consciousness. And how high you can go is how much you can get. And if you really desire to know things, if you ask with a sincere heart and you be open to receive, because like I said, when you receive some truth, sometimes it destroys your reality. And that serpent dream kind of destroyed my reality, because I realized that I was trapped into a false matrix, and that through my love of the Lord being transferred into this religion Jesus person, that I literally had entered myself back into a soul trap that I might not be able to get out of. And the Lord was showing me this, which looks like the Jesus dude, but they are not the same. The ones of this world are not real. They're not real. So if you believe anything of this world, you are missing the mark, and that is being sin. Sin means to miss the mark. So this, you got to remember, you are much more than this complete entire universe. This is one verse of many in a big book. So this is one universe. You are above the universal construct, connected to the one mind of creation, which creates multitudes of universes. Like I said, these concepts to get in my head took a while, because I couldn't even get past a universe for a long time. I was like, how can my brain even go bigger than a universe? Cosmos. Okay, I can see a cosmos. Then it's like galactic expanse, and then it goes into another omniversal layers, and brain explode. Brain explode. It's just so much information. So we are so much bigger than we've been dumbed down and manipulated genetically to make sure we would not have access to these powers and potentials. And right now, they're coming at you hard. They want to get what you have. They want what you hold organically, because obviously they gave theirs away, and they're trying to get back what they lost, and they need it from you. Think about that. Wouldn't try so hard if they didn't need it. So that was, and then it was so funny. I was shown, look at etymology, and then I kept seeing my maiden name, and then it was going, okay, because MC McClure means child of, so MC CLURE, C lure. So I started seeing see rule, see if you rule or if you're caught in the lure. And it was literally, the Lord was showing me, even look at your name. You're supposed to stand in truth. You're supposed to remember who you are. You're not supposed to get caught in this trap. And I was like, hold the phone. Okay, I have to clearly make a distinction from the dead guy on the stick, Jesus, dude, person who was a fractal as I am from his higher source, which is connected to the ultimate source, which we all are. I was like, I need to get my stuff back on track because I'm giving my power away. And you got to figure, this is my best friend. You know, best friend. Always will be, always is. The Lord will always be that for me, but I need to understand there's a difference between the ones in this construct, this universe, this matrix that are a fractal from the true one. So it's an illusion, and these things are going to come to you identical and say, oh, I'm the Lord, I'm Jesus, I'm this, I'm going to, come with me. Oh my God, you're going to get trapped because you don't know that it can't be real here. And it's going to, every emotion, the love, oh man, it's powerful what they can do to you. Seriously. So man, you're going to have to really have discernment and really, like I said, go to know thyself, because the highest part of you is truly connected to the highest part of Creator and his wife and his son and his daughter. So you get to rejoin with the true, real family. But it ain't got nothing to do with this. It's so outside of this. So then I started seeing Lucifer. And then Lucifer, see if I lure. See if I rule. If cruel. I was like, oh. If cruel. It's like, oh my gosh. And then Lucifer will not let his prisoners out of, oh boy. I was just like, this is all part of somehow trying to trap the soul through making you stuck in some type of life system or loop. And then I'm seeing all this food that's not dying after it's dead. And you got this zombie apocalypse crap all over the media and, even government CDC protocols for zombie apocalypse. I mean, whoa. So there was something going on with all this stuff. And like I said, these dreams are just making me think about all this stuff again. I was like, guys, it's time to pay attention. Something pretty deep is going on here. And my spirit is trying to process this information because it is not something I want to believe. So, like I said, so I just kind of wanted to get that off my chest and kind of put it down before I forget about it, because dreams start to fade away, and share with you guys what all I'm getting so you can kind of digest and process and just let me know what you think. Some of you might think, holy, that's crazy. That's not right at all, which I can totally agree. For some it might not be, but this is where my spirit's been taking me for a while, and I trust myself enough to know that for my soul and my soul's process and journey and evolution, that this is true for my soul, is to just hold true to what I am and dive in deeper every day to know more about myself, because through understanding myself and through finding deeper levels of truth, the truth shall set me free. So I hope every single one of us can find our way out of this maze of craze into our true reality of divinity. So I love you all. I'll see you soon. May favor be with all of you. And like I said, I'll talk about this with Wayne tomorrow, and he's going to talk about dreams and visions and all of this stuff that we're tapping into. I really do see that this is how we're going to get stuff accomplished. It's because we're going to remember and understand that which we have forgotten and start to reconnect to the true genetics of what you were originally created as. So I love you all. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.